Hello everyone! It's finally here, Final Fantasy 15. Well, I'll be a couple weeks later after release. I've finally gotten around to picking this up. So, here we are, Final Fantasy 15 on the PS4. And right now I'm just adjusting my settings. I enjoy having the subtitles on, so that way I can know who's saying what and how they spell everybody's names. Because, you know, Japan and their fondness for weird names and weird spellings. So, because I like some form of challenge, even though I hear this game isn't horribly challenging in most parts, you can't go in unprepared. So I did normal, and I'm doing the tutorial. Because here, that you might want to do the tutorial, that way you don't miss some story bits, I guess. And here's your little carbuncle that you get if you've played the Platinum demo and beat it, which obviously I have. And I named it Fennec. Why? Because it looks like a fennec fox. With those big ears. Everything's just adorable. And this game is gorgeous to look at. And I don't even have the PS4 Pro. I just have a regular PS4, the original models too. So yeah, here's me going through the tutorial. So I apologize if this little bit's gonna be boring for some of you. And an update, if you do watch my World of Final Fantasy stuff, my voice is a lot better from episode 3. And I've finally been taking some ibuprofen to combat that. So it's a little better now. And here we're learning about defending. And this is also a nice way to, if you haven't played either the Platinum or Episode Duske in a while, especially since when they originally came out, then this is a great way to get back into the groove and learn the controls again. And I will say, I tried playing the Judgment Disc demo, which was the Japan only demo, because I also have a Japanese PSN account. Why? Because that way I could play Hatsune Miku, and then now I find out that well, I guess they're bringing that to America, so, well, good thing I only got half of the song packs. So I'll just wait for the American version to come out. But yeah, I couldn't do a whole lot in the Judgment Disc because it was like, I have no idea what any of you are saying except Flo and the Machine, or Florence and the Machine, I guess is what they're normally called, but they're the only English bit. And now we're here's doing some blocking and defending and parrying, which can get a bit confusing because with the way the prompt shows it kind of looks like it's telling you to tap it, but no, you can hold it, or actually you're supposed to hold it, and then that initiates the parry bit. So that might be slightly confusing. And yeah, like there's a ring around it that you saw. It kind of makes it look like you want to tap, but no, you hold. And so obviously I get hit because I tap. But I mean, this game is still really fun to play, though. I just recommend you definitely do the tutorial if you've been not playing either demos a lot. I mean, they have, especially between, well, especially with Dustgate, it's very different. Granted, that kind of had more of what the battle system was going to be. Kind of. The Platinum demo, there wasn't really a whole lot of... Well, not until... Well, no, actually, there was quite a bit of fighting. That's been so long. That was a lot more exploration, I thought. Until you got to the... Iron Giant, I want to say, until you got to the, yeah, towards the end of the demo. Then it became more of what the battle system was going to be like. Because then you had, you know, Adult Noctis. And here, I've always been having problems with this. Because I would just tap triangle, and that just warps you around the place, whereas holding triangle, that's how you get to those point warps that they mention. And then you warp strike Gladio. And I really, really enjoy the music. Yoko Shimomura is so great. I mean, I love the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. I'm actually replaying Super Mario RPG as well on my Mac. Thank you, emulators. But yeah, it's gonna be hard to decide which is my favorite soundtrack now of all the Final Fantasies. Because I mean, I would have to say 10 is probably my favorite soundtrack. Yeah, here's where I keep messing up the warps because I just tap triangle instead of holding it. And I'm kind of glad that targeting doesn't make it target a warp point, but I don't know, sometimes I wish it did. Maybe, you know, that's a bad thing to want, so now that I look back at this, it's something to get used to. Yeah, obviously, my time and finesse are not great. On to the next tutorial, which is with magic, I believe. No, not magic. This is using the right weapon, which the game is going to tell me. He's not feeling it. He's not being Shulk. It must be rhyme time. I make jokes. Especially if people play Smash or Xenoblade. Then you get that joke. If you don't, well, now you know what games those are from. Javelin. Excuse me. More yawns. And it's only 2:23 in the afternoon on a Sunday afternoon. When I get to work every day except Monday and once a day. Can't complain though, you know, too much. And crossfade into the next clip. Now let's use that javelin that we just equipped. Oh, my phone vibrated. Kind of felt that through a lot of things, actually. It's quite a powerful vibration. You know, of course, it's only my emails. Oop, hit the controller. And now we get to use magic. Fire. And later you're gonna see me fumble with how to create magic. I was having a little bit of problems. But like I said, that will probably, you know, I'll get used to that after a while. So time to burn, Gladio. Oh man, the particle effects. Oh man. That has a weird looking chocobo, I'm not gonna lie. Prime it. Why do that when I can just press it and be on my merry way? Especially when I have the enemy targeted. I guess it's better for, you know, long range and when you're trying to sneakily do it. And I keep it in active. I don't know if I'll try wait mode or not. I haven't done it yet, and I've played a little bit of chapter 1 section. Some of the missions that Cindy has you do. But I've been keeping it in active mode. It's been working out pretty well so far. I kind of like it, you know. Elemancy. Yeah, this is where I got real dumb. I'm like, how do you do all this? And it didn't dawn on me to go down to craft. Like, I thought there was a button you press, but clearly that wasn't the case. So like I said, I had a dumb moment. And I don't know how I got to the equip screen. I wasn't paying attention. I was just pressing buttons at that point. And then I finally got my way back. I can't remember what made me dawn on the fact that. So here I am just reading the guide. I thought that would help me. It probably did. I can't remember. Even though I just recorded this. And then I noticed the craft button. And so we made a blizzard. 3 of them with a potency of 10. And I put it in place of the broadsword. Was that a stupid decision? Probably. I mean, not that it sticks, it kind of changes. Oh, and watch me be knocked on my butt. Ooh. I still kind of get square and circle confused. Like square I thought would be, or I felt should be, the attack button. I can't remember what game that I played that would have square as the attack button. Is it Let It Die? I don't know. Because I know it's not Kingdom Hearts. Because that's X, 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 and occasionally triangle. And behind the back. And I do love the effects of, well, how Noct is smoking. And has the frost on him. And the next tutorial. And now it's gone. Alright, this is the teamwork commands. And here's Prompto. And I know a lot of people seem to have been concerned about this being an all-male party. Though I have seen some videos, I mean, where some girls do join up. You know, even if it's for a little bit. And there's me doing a link strike. Which I'm guessing just fills up the command quicker. The green bar on the side you see quicker. And then you just do that. Which I do recall from the update of episode Duske. But this has changed it quite a bit. Like, it's definitely different from what that first demo showed us. Like, it changes how it's done. Because from the looks of it, now you just build up your meter. And, ow, I am hurt. So yeah, this is when you learn about what happens when you run out of HP. You enter that danger state, which doesn't game over you outright. It's when that gray bar that you see runs completely out, because that's your maximum HP. Then you're in for a bad time. And this has stayed the same, you know, being able to heal your party members and vice versa. Well, let me heal you, Prompto. That's a good pat on the back. That's what'll heal you. As Prompto looks so intently at that potion, or maybe it's an elixir. I can't tell. I think he just glitched through my leg. Yep, that's an elixir. That orange thing that Prompto was holding in the little tutorial box. And what are we going to do now? Oh, now we're just using what we learned to take down Gladio. I find dodge rolling a little bit better. Ah, the tech bar, that's what it's called. The link strike, and now we're doing a technique. And nothing bad happened. To knock and all that. They're both on the ground. A+, how about that? And now we do the lore guide, which kind of just, you just look at paintings. And we're about to do a little crossfade here shortly, and now. I would read this to you, but apparently when I recorded this, I thought I could narrate it quick enough, but apparently not. That was poor hindsight. My eyes read faster than my mouth can say. And I hope your eyes can read fast too. On to the second painting. The Six and the Oracle. Excuse me. Just run into a pillar. Nothing to see. I'm glad they can tell some form of a story using only 4 paintings. Too bad these aren't the cutscenes that they added. Or maybe they were, I don't know. Because I decided to start playing after the update happened. I let the 9 gigabyte update happen first, so that way, you know, everything was squared away. Square puns. So that way, you know, kind of like with Mass Effect 3, I had already had the extended cut downloaded and installed, so I never got to see what the original stuff looked like. So, what I played I can't complain about. Of course, obviously some people will still complain about many things, but, you know, people are people. I'm a people. And demons and night. There are many spooky things that happen at night, so be careful. And now to talk to my little Fennec. I debated calling him Fennekin, but that would just be silly, you know. Practical drills are basically a training mode. And now we leave the training room. To begin our first, well, roughly our first. But we go to this weird cutscene. And I'll let that play out. So, I will turn off the mic for a bit, and you will enjoy the first few cutscenes. Okay, I lied. Not a whole lot. Well, a whole lot does happen in this scene, but not much in the way of setting up. Well, no, now I'm lying. I'm lying everywhere. But, I mean, you don't know what's really going on, except that you just see fire and a guy sitting down. So, I don't know who this guy is. And I mean, that's obviously the point. But like I said, well, especially with Noctis, he's looks a lot older. With the scruffiness and everything.
Over here! Quickly, before he strikes again! Here it comes!
So yeah,
I got your back.
no spoilers, please. So I don't know what's happening. And now we're gonna shut up for a bit, and while you enjoy this scene.
decreed hour is come. Set forth with my blessing, Prince Noctis.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Take your leave, and go in the grace of the gods.
Right.
Well, princes will be princes.
So much for royal protocol.
Not like you had to deliver a formal address.
Your Highness!
What now?
I fear I have left too much unsaid. You place a great burden on those who would bear with you.
You're one to talk.
I ask not that you guide my wayward son, merely that you remain at his side.
Indeed, Your Grace.
We'll see the prince to Alticia if it's the last thing we see.
Yeah, what he said.
Hate to break this up, but Kor's got the motor running. Drados, he's in your hands.
And another thing. Do mind your manners around your charming bride-to-be.
Your Majesty as well. Try to mind yours around our esteemed guests from Niflheim.
You have no cause for concern.
Nor do you.
Take heed. Once you set forth, you cannot turn back.
You think I would?
I need only know that you are ready to leave home behind.
Don't know about you, but I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Take care on the long road. Wheresoever you should go, the line of Lucis goes with you. Walk tall, my son.
And with that, that is the end of the prologue. So stay tuned for some scenes from Chapter 1, and we'll hope to see you soon.